All right, we have been working on going over the tenets of Inner Quest, the basic understanding of what we believe as metaphysical Christians. And they're in your bulletin. We'll go over them at the end, but all but two of them are already in your bulletin. We've already talked about them. So we're on the very last one today. And the very last one is life is eternal, meaning we are eternal. Have you ever questioned the eternal nature of your spirit? Do you ever believe that you're not eternal? There is within each one of us an idea, an understanding, and a sense of knowing that there is more than this world. And it's just innate within us as humans. If it were not there, the ancient churches of Christendom could not have captured you and said to you, I will eternally damn you if you don't do what I say. If you didn't know there was eternity within you, that wouldn't have flown. No. So we all know that, and we all know that no one can eternally damn us. That doesn't exist. But eternity does exist. I was a little child, kindergarten. I've shared this with you before, but 5 years old, I was in kindergarten in Denver, sitting in the back of my mom and dad's old car. It was so old, with my little, maybe a dime in my hand. We were going to church, and that, children had to give to the offering in Sunday school. So I had my little dime, and I remember just sitting there thinking, my grandparents lived nearby, and they were so old. They were so old. And I was thinking as I held my little dime, why would God put us on this earth to be born, to be old like them, and to not exist after that? This makes no sense. From the mind of a 5-year-old, it made no sense. Now, my grandmother did live another 30 years into her 90s, but she was very old. In us, I want you to realize you have that sense of eternity, that I am greater, bigger, better than all this that's going on here. So we believe that we live beyond this moment. But if we really believe we live beyond this moment, why do we live the way we do? I love asking congregations, would you love to stay exactly where you are for eternity? And I ask them to raise their hand if they would. And I've never gotten a hand. Because we know that we're not where we want to be. We're not where we can be. We're not done yet. And we realize that, no. But then the rest of us, the human part of us, says, I'm okay. Not for eternity. But it doesn't necessarily spark our get up and go, does it? Oh, we've got eternity to grow. You do have eternity to grow. You have eternity to grow. But where are you going to be growing? So, eternity has movement and growth. That's what eternity is. It's not static. It has movement and growth. And David Fuller did a great service, Growth Leading to God Awareness, God Awakening, a couple Sundays ago. Our only responsibility is to grow. It was a beautiful service. You guys should listen to it. He's funny. He's amazing. Our only responsibility is to grow. How hard is that for us? I thought it was great. Listen to the service. If our only responsibility is to grow, we get to choose how we grow, don't we? We get to choose what we grow. We get to choose the whole experience. How fabulous is that? And I know you know that, but are we doing it? All right, I'm going to hit you with a lot of stuff here. We are eternal. I can tell you I know this by my insides. I know this by my experience, but I do not have hands-on experience with it because I don't. I have hands-on experience with almost all of the other tenets, the miracles, the this, the that, the this, the that. But this is the one thing that we validate when we do cross over and when we are done with the earth plane, which many of us are not. We'll cross over, we'll cycle back in. We'll cross over, we'll cycle back in, because reincarnation keeps us coming back to learn our lessons. Eternity is experienced when we're done. And we go into the next level of journey. That's when we know. So I want to share with you some scriptures to validate what the ancients have given us. just to put them in your brain. Aquarian Gospel Introduction, it says, man is a thought, we're trying to explain what man is. Man is a thought of God. All thoughts of God are infinite. They are not measured by time, for things that are concerned with time begin and end. The thoughts of God are from the everlasting of the past to the never-ending days to come. And so is man, the spirit man. The everlasting past and the never-ending days to come. We are eternal. It says that we will be fully realized and we will attain the blessedness of perfectness when we unfold the potential of God that lies within us. That beautiful, all the qualities of God are in us. Then in the Aquarian 32, Jesus is just a little boy, and he's talking to a gentleman. And this gentleman believes that we do not have life after our existence. And he says to him, do you remember a time when you were not? And he said, no, I don't. Jesus says, time never was when man was not. Man is eternal. 30 and 114, he is teaching about reincarnation. He says, we cannot look upon a single span of life and judge anything. There is a law that men must recognize. Results depend on cause. Men are not motes to float about within the air of one short life and then be lost in nothingness. They are undying parts of the eternal whole that come and go many times into the air of earth and of the great beyond, just to unfold the godlike self. The cause of your results may not be found in my life, and nor can the cause of mine be found in yours. What is he explaining to them is that they are on a journey and each is individual. What I'm experiencing in my lifetime, I created, perhaps in another lifetime, perhaps, but what you're experiencing, I did not create for you. You created somewhere, sometime, to have some experience, to learn something. We are all the beautiful creators of God, unfolding our godlike self. If you would judge aright, you must stand upon the crest of time and note the thoughts and deeds of men as they have come and gone through the ages. For we must know that man is not a creature of clay to turn again and disappear. He is a part of the eternal whole. There never was a time when he was not, and a time will never come when he will not exist. That is you. Okay. In Jesus Teacher Healer, 35. To make the point clear, we would liken the soul of man to a temple in heaven. No one incarnation expresses the whole of the soul. None of us right now are expressing the totality of our divinity. Our divinity is in that consciousness of perfection with God. We are projecting a bit of us into this moment to have experiences. And we have the self that focuses on the world around us, and we have the self that focuses on spirit, and hopefully the spirit is guiding the one that's focusing on the world around us. This is who we are, because we're learning something here. So, your greater self is living in the spiritual spheres. And 95. Be perfect, even as your Father in heaven is perfect, which is inclusive. Perfect means inclusive. It doesn't mean a perfect anything. It means you're inclusive of life. Your goal is the creation of the perfect life on earth through the realization of the perfectness of your spirit, which is at one with the Father. Your goal is inclusion of all of life, even as the Father includes all of life. How does that sound? So easy? All right. So, divinity, can we feel and accept that we are part of that divine eternity? You guys feeling it? Okay. And this is, if you're not a reincarnation fan, that's okay. You'll realize it when you cross over. You have no idea the great lengths that your whole family went to bring you down. Now, I have, Spirit brings me some cool stuff, because, I don't explore, like some people on phone. But Spirit goes, you need to watch this. Like, okay, I'll watch it. So this was a near-death experience by a young man. I'll give you his name in a minute. He was 25, and he's an older man now. Wrote a book, probably 30. But I wanted to read this because his guide is talking to him, and I resonated with most of what his guide said, almost all of it. I knew, I do, I teach, I present, all of that information. I believe it. But then he said this, and the words are beautiful, and I just want to share this with you. The guide is talking to Vinny. Vinny, do you know why you come to Earth, to the Earth School? And this is Vinny talking. I was like, yeah, I know why. It's so we can, go to the courtroom of life. If we fail, we go to hell. If we pass, we go to heaven. Just hang out forever. And then his guide said to him, I love that you think that's what it is. But Vinny's talking now. But he showed me that long before we came here, long before our energy body was able to earn its way, work its way here, we did a lot of work. We did a lot of the energetic stuff that a soul or an energetic body needs to even get to Earth. And Earth is a reward, but it's not a courtroom. It's a classroom. Better yet, it's a school box, playground for us to come and play, learn how to love each other, learn how to love ourselves, learn how to create relationships, how to use our thoughts to create and use the power of us to build energy in this space. And that's all it is. It's more of a reward than anything. We had to do so much before we got here. There's a big part, listen to this part, there's a big part of the universe that wants to come, but they can't cut the mustard. You have to be really good to get here. This is like grad school. This place is the place everybody wants to go because it's so respected. Only the finest, most well-developed souls can even try it out here. Only the finest, most well-developed souls can try it out here. Only the strongest, only the brightest, only the ones that are prepared can come to the earth plane. Because in this earth plane, we are learning how to create. We are actually learning how to be little God children. We're learning that our thoughts are creative, our emotions are creative, our relationships are creative. And we are learning that life is so powerful. It's such a beautiful gift. Life is a gift, but life is eternal. It's beyond this moment in time. It's beyond this moment in time. There's another place I didn't read to you where the guide says to him, Vinny, what do you think the goal of Earth is? Why do you think you're here? He goes, oh, you're here to love. I know that. You're here to love. And the guy goes, I'm glad you think that. And then he said, well, what is it? And the guide said, it is not to love. It is to be your authentic self. Because you are love. Be your authentic self. Be who you are, because you are the love. You are the love of God. So you cannot be other than that. And I thought that was a beautiful reminder too. That gives us permission to be authentic, to realize we're in the playground, to realize we have already worked our tails off. We've already worked it. Maybe that's why a lot of us go, I don't want to do nothing here. I want to skate. I want an easy life. Just let me skate on through here. Maybe that's why we do that. Maybe we need that experience. We don't know. But to truly realize that we are not here by accident. We are here by divine design, and we are here to grow something that we can't grow anywhere else. Emotional bodies, mental bodies, spiritual bodies, to grow a part of our divinity that cannot be grown elsewhere. I tell everybody, when we're done with this whole Earth situation, we're going to wear a little button that says, I graduated Earth. Like our little seal. There'll probably be a star in our crown, but we will have learned something that we can carry on into other worlds and other expressions. All right. Okay. We are not here to learn about love. We have to unlock the love that we are. And that's what Spirit said. Living the perfect life is about being present in the love that you are. Living the perfect life is about being present with the choices that you make. Most of our choices are reactionary, are they not? even us that walk metaphysically and meditate with every morning, Spirit guide me, blah, blah, blah. We walk out into the world, it's like, okay, let me pick from what the world is giving me, instead of, no, let me see what Spirit wants me to do. When we do that, we're free to actually become authentic. We're free to actually live authentically. When you're present in yourself, you're present with your power and you're present with your love. And then they reminded me, what would we do if we were put on a planet where you could have anything you wanted, all you had to do was stay in joy and be open to receive? We'd do exactly what we're doing, because that's exactly where we are. We are on a planet of no limitation, where we can have anything we want. We have to stay in joy to receive. And where do we stay? Worry, fear, pain, upsetness. How much of our energy do we invest in relationships with others, or in opinions of others, or anything? How much of our energy do we invest in that, waiting for someone to tell us it's okay to be? Our thoughts are not about creating what we want. Our thoughts are about creating someone to do what we want. It's totally different. If you want to feel accepted, create that. Don't put your finger on a person, place, or thing. I want to accept myself, God, let me feel it. Put your focus on the positive. Okay. They said this, the magic of this whole place is that we're in a reality, it's a matrix of agreed conditioning. We have agreed to enter the 3D land and developed into a 5D or greater. The Christ light within us is more powerful than we can possibly believe. But we are here because we want to be. Every soul experiences what it needs, and every soul realizes that it's eternal. So, how do we make that tomorrow a reality? How do we make that real? So, I wanted to share this with you. Everybody good so far? Yeah. Eternal being of child, do what you want. Fine. Enjoy yourself. Fine. And sometimes people like suffering. I really don't like when Patrick would tell this story, but I will tell it anyway. Man sitting on his porch, dog crying. Some guy walks by and says, "Hey, man, your dog's crying." He goes, "Yeah, he's sitting on a nail." And the man goes, "Well, why is he sitting on the nail? Tell him to get up." He goes, "Oh, it doesn't hurt bad enough yet to get off the nail. The dog is sitting on a nail, creating pain, but it doesn't hurt bad enough yet." How long do we sit on nails? How long do we sit in discomfort? How long do we sit in things that do not serve us? Instead of just stop, get up, reposition, do something different. Eternity. So the dog can sit on the nail for eternity. We can sit where we are for eternity. But I want to say this to you guys. Metaphysical Christendom, we do believe life is eternal. We believe we are eternal. Everything I just read, we believe. This is Cindy. I do not believe that the life we are experiencing now, 3D on the earth plane, is eternal. I don't. I believe that this reality that we're currently experiencing is fabulous, and I think it's got a long way to go. I don't think that it's going to bother us at all, or our grandchildren. But the reality is, it is created, therefore it will end. Science, 25 years ago, came out. Science says that there are 11 dimensions on this earth plane. They have no idea what the other dimensions hold. None whatsoever. It's like, okay. But science knows that there's life on these other dimensions. They just don't know how they interact with us. That's science. That's not woo-woo. That's science. We, as a being of God, have come and gone into this earth plane in many dimensions over the history. This is one of the deepest dimensions that we have ever experienced, where we have autonomy and power to create what we need to create. We have within us the building blocks to create what we need, what we want to experience. And it could be simply, I need to learn patience. Could be, I'm going to create this experience or that experience. It doesn't have to be great and grand, but it has to be something that serves your soul. We are being blessed right now in the depth of this reality, but this reality is not eternal. So if you want to hang in this reality for a while, fine, you can, but your soul, I speak grandchildren, guess what? Your souls are coming back too. I mean, you are grandchildren, But there will come a time when this depth of reality will close. It's just going to close. Doesn't mean Mother Earth will be destroyed. Doesn't mean it's going to close. And life will take on other dimensions, and the gist of who mankind is will experience other things until we have fully evolved our godlike self. The journey that we are on is a beautiful, beautiful journey. The opportunity in this moment is amazing. It's amazing, the power that we all have. And our minds travel news, our minds travel sustenance, survival, making money. Our minds travel this agreed upon matrix. But the agreed upon matrix will serve us, because divinity can move those patterns in a heartbeat. You need something different, we're going to squeeze that pattern open and get you something different. You don't have to be governed by that. We're just working in the continuum of it. So, we are eternal children of God. We are here on this plane to learn how to create beautiful experiences that make us happy. And we cannot judge those experiences. Many years ago, I'll close with this, I had an opportunity to counsel a young lady. I was 35. She was probably 32, maybe. And her sister was very concerned about her because she had tried to kill herself. And everything was working in her life. She was beautiful. She had her husband. They had a farm. She was beautiful. She was happy. But she was not happy. And they asked me to counsel her, so I did. She didn't live in Georgia. So while she was healing, I counseled her, and she was so convinced. She said, I'm done. I just need to get out of here. I don't want to be here anymore. And I said, okay. Her husband had come home quite accidentally. She had no intention of waking up. I said, okay. And I'm praying to God. I don't know what to tell this child. And Spirit had me tell her this. Choose life. If you will choose life, it will take you wherever you need to be, because this is life and the other side is life. Eternity is life. Just choose life. Don't walk away from anything. Walk toward something. Walk toward life. And if it's time for you to go, you'll go. No judgment. If it's not, you'll find what you're looking for. Choose life. She went home and she lived another 2 or 3 years. And then it worked. She killed herself. She couldn't stay here any longer. But the reality is, she was still her when she crossed. She'll still come back again. The continuum will go on until she has unfolded the godlike self. No judgment that she finally chose to exit. That was her choice. But do you understand, we cannot walk away from the journey our soul is putting us on. We can delay the timeline, certainly. We can delay the timeline. But we will be back. We will be back. We are eternal. The beautiful opportunity that is ours today, just to choose life, to know we are eternal, to know we're deeply loved, to know that God has us. We are not expecting to be elevated above our brothers and sisters. We are expecting to be loved in the midst of our brothers and sisters. We're expecting to walk in this world in harmony and peace and do what our soul came to do. Keep focused on what we need to do. Is this for my highest and best? Am I being authentic? Am I using love to unlock the beauty of who I am? Am I just being me? Welcome to eternity. All right, put your feet on the floor. Take a breath. Father, Mother God, I open my heart and I ask that you bless everyone who hears these words. As we attempt to touch that which we cannot understand, I ask that your love just begin to move into every single person here. And I ask that that beautiful energy of their reality start to quicken within their hearts. And just imagine you are held in a beautiful column of light. Imagine God's love fills you. Feel the color of your soul, the color of your arc field today, knowing it changes and morphs over time. But today. And take a moment to send love back to all that you have ever been. Just send love back. All that I've ever been, done, seen. And send love forward now to all that you will ever experience. All that I will ever be, experience, see, become. And feel yourself in the moment now, in your column of light. What do you choose to experience next? If you're working on a project, if you're working on relationships, whatever your soul is working on, what do you choose to experience next? Feel the vibration of who you are, vibrating through that desire, and feel it becoming a part of your reality. Take a moment to love yourself. And send your love now to your reality, to your world, to your people, your places, your things. Father, Mother God, we thank you for this beautiful space where we can grow and learn, where your light shines through us and to us. We are so grateful. And where we can go back into the playground, knowing we're safe in the heart of God. Take a breath. Feel that beautiful column of light. Feel your uniqueness and feel the chair that holds you. Feel your feet. You are the divine child of God, and this is your journey. And when you're ready, you can open your eyes. Sometimes we need to go way out there to come back here. We're not going to live way out there while we're here, but at least if we know way out there is real, it will change what we choose for here. See, I got it.
I got it.
Yeah, God.
Yeah, God.